My name is Siti Diana bint Mashadin. My ID number is 2018263458, and today I will present two scenes and one synopsis.
About synopsis Venom movie. It is about investigative journalist Eddie Brooke reads about this human trial in a classified document in his possession of his fiancée and weighing. So Eddie Brooke had confront CEO Life Foundation CEO Colton Drake about the trial, and according to these situations, Eddie Brooke and his fiancée had losing their job. So in this case, Anne Weighing had ends their relationship. Okay, and 6 months later, Drake sent the mercenaries. 6 months later, Drake sent mercenaries to retrieve the symbiotes from Brooke, but it manifests around his body and become as a monster Drake. So it's later introduced itself as a venom to Brooke. Okay, and Drake symbiosis trial are closer to success. Thought one of his symbiosis had died due to the carelessness. Okay, carelessness, and Brooke had approaching by the Doroscus. Doroscus is the Drake scientist that who is disagrees about his method and want to expose him. Okay, and Venoms offer Brooke. Venom had offered Brooke to help Brooke help to achieve Venom's goals. Brooke will become a superhuman in this world. Second slide is about work ethic, bad manners. So bad manners. Eddie just arrived at the office and have parked his motorbike in front of his office. Manager security, or we call as Richard at the office, had told Eddie Brooke that he cannot park his motorbike in front of his office, at the lobby office lobby, but Eddie Brooke do not follow the instructions. It's about the bad manners. Eddie Brooke parking his motorbike at the lobby. In this case, he just start his days with bad manners. And this is important in workplace, because in workplace we must follow all the instructions to success. Okay, the effect of these bad manners is Richard will thought that Eddie Brooke have a bad manners, and when it comes to management rules. Okay, and my recommendations is Eddie Brooke should park his motorbike at the place that the office management had prepared only for the motorbike. Work ethic, privacy. So in this video we can see that Eddie Brooke as a journalism had interviewed Drake and about his a new project that had success. But in this case, Eddie Brooke start asking Drake about his private story, privacy elaborations. Eddie Brooke start asking Drake about his privacy story, and Drake feeling uncomfortable with Eddie questions. In this case, at the workplace, we cannot ask someone privacy without asking her or his permission. So the effect of this situation is Drake stopped the conversation, stopped the interview, and because Eddie asking him about his private story. My recommendation is Eddie Brooke should asking Drake questions that make a Drake feeling comfortable. In this case, this interview will become better and smoother.
Good morning. My name is Mona Livini Elena Jaloman. So for this video, I will explain about the topic that was my friend and I choose, which is Venom. So I will explain about synopsis of the video except scene 1, which is small talk, scene 2, which is aggressive communication. I will explain about the synopsis of the video except. So the whole of this video is tell us about Eddie Brooke work journey before and after Eddie interviewed Mr. Drake, the owner of Life Foundation. Eddie was lost his job before being careless of his interview with Mr. Drake. Eddie was asked by his company manager to make an interview with Mr. Drake because the company manager was afraid that Mr. Drake will be buying their building to make another company for the Life Foundation. So after that, Eddie was ruined his career as a reporter after Eddie doing a mistake while he's doing a interview with Mr. Drake, because Eddie was asking a question that Eddie shouldn't have to ask while the interview, during the interview. Okay, next I will explain about the scene that have a small talk in this movie. There is one scene that we have cut from this movie for a small talk, which is the part when Mr. Drake talked with the children about the rocket making by the Life Foundation and also the life in the space. The effect from this small talk is children will be learn how to respect people that older than them. This can help children to be to develop their mature thinking. My recommendation for this small talk: children should have to spend more time with a person that have more knowledge to gain early knowledge for them. Therefore, like Mr. Drake, that have an open and friendly attitude toward children. This is a great way and a best way to get the children attention. So next I will explain about the aggressive communication that have in this movie. So there is a part about this aggressive communication, which is when Eddie come to meet his company manager. Eddie was asked by his manager to make an interview with Mr. Drake. Mr. Drake is the owner of the Life Foundation. Eddie says that Mr. Drake is a fraud because Eddie knows the secret about Mr. Drake. His manager is forcing Eddie to make an interview with Mr. Drake because his manager was afraid that their company building will be bought by Mr. Drake. So the effect from this aggressive communication, Eddie is giving up uh, his manager request, and this is because Eddie doesn't want to losing his job. And my recommendation for this aggressive communication, Eddie manager shouldn't have to force Eddie to do his job, because Eddie know uh, what kind of job that Eddie should have to do that time. And this is maybe will be this may lead the misunderstanding between Eddie and the company manager, um, in doing the work, especially between the upper and the lower classes.
Hello, my name is Nur Anisa binti Jamaluddin alias. My student ID is 2018263032. Today, I am going to present a critical incident 5, word ethic, misinterpretation and assumptions.
All the way back. Jack, if you just give us your source. Excuse me? Who's your source, Eddie? I don't have a source per se, but I have a hunch. This is the Wild Wild West. We don't go off half-cocked based on a hunch. We do the work. We substantiate our accusations. We provide evidence. You know, for a smart guy, you really are a dumbass. You're fired, Eddie. I can't trust you. Have a nice life.
During the meeting, Eddie Brock make a misinterpretation and assumptions towards their guest, which is Carlton Drake. Eddie told his boss that Carlton Drake is a bad guy. His boss, which is Jack, replied, Eddie, which source? And who is your source? Jack yelled at him because he needs a source if he wants to make assumptions on people, especially a bad assumption that will harm other people. Then Eddie said that he don't have a source. He just have a hunch, so he think that Carlton Drake is a bad person. Because of the mistake that Eddie has made, he was fired by his boss, Jack. In this video, Eddie displays very poor work ethic and is unprofessional at the workplace. Based on the communication theories, it is inappropriate to make a misinterpretation and assumptions towards a formal discussion or at a meeting. In effect, using a hunch to make an assumptions can destroy or harm other people or harm the company. He was fired from his job because of his unprofessional behavior. The recommendation: discussion or meeting should always reflect professionalism. One should be more serious when discussing work-related matters. Eddie must understand that he should not make a misinterpretation and assumptions towards other people, because it may harm other people or person, and it also can harm the company's name. Critical incident 6, politeness, bad language. Ms. Chen used the words "you look like shit" towards her customer. This is a bad language.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
How you doing, Eddie?
Aches and pains, aches and pains.
You look like shit.
Excuse me?
You look like shit.
And you look as beautiful as ever. Jesus.
Mine is body, Eddie. You been meditating like I showed
No,
you?
I have not. It does not work.
Doesn't work because you don't give it a chance.
No, it doesn't work because I bought a DVD of your cousin and it was in Mandarin.
你真是笨呐、
I
你
don't
都要先
understand
听
that
啊！
either. See that right there? I don't understand what you just said. That is the problem.
啊，不跟你讲了。
Politeness is a behavior that is respectful and considerate at other people. In this movie, Eddie brought Go to the Miss Chen's convenience store and greeted her respectfully. Then, Miss Chen told him, "You look like shit," but Eddie replied her, "You look beautiful as ever." She asked Eddie to make a meditation, and Eddie said that he already did, but a DVD he got from Miss Chen's cousin is in Mandarin. He did not understand the words. Then Miss Chen replied Eddie using a bad words and using a Mandarin language, although she know that Eddie did not understand a Mandarin language. The effect from the behavior, when Miss Chen told Eddie that he looked like a shit, it may hurt Eddie. She also replied Eddie using Mandarin language, although she know that Eddie did not understand her. Because of her behavior and her bad language towards other people, she may lose a customer, and she may harm her convenience store. Okay, the recommendation: Miss Chen should greet her customer or other people with more respectful, so people will not look bad or look down on her. And she should use only good words on her customer or other people if she wants her customer to treat her with kindness. This is an example at how an employee treats a customer badly. In conclusion, from the movie Venom 2018, we can learn from this video excerpt in terms of professional and unprofessional behavior at the workplace. This video excerpt highlights the importance of small talk, communication style, work ethic, and politeness. We can conclude that all these aspects of communication do not only affect our relationship with other people, but it also teaches us to communicate effectively. Last, from this movie, we can learn that if Eddie Brock did not do a bad behavior in his workplace or his company, he will not get fired. Okay, this is all from us. Thank you.